In everyday conversation, I want you to focus on one or two facial expressions that goes against with what other people are telling you. Too much eye contact is going to disappoint you, so you're not going to read what you would like to read, right? Because some people are nervous whenever you make eye contact. Understand that there is a lot to do with eyes. Most of the times focus on the eyes of the other person. Some people do facial expressions like, sometimes the face toughen, sometimes it is a fake smile, sometimes they tend to touch on their nose, sometimes people wink eyes, sometimes they tend to be sharp, and sometimes their eye contact is not stable. They are looking the other way in different directions. They are not making an eye contact. Understand that there is a lot to do with eyes, right? Because a lot of people do seduction using eyes, yes. And we have a lot to read on eyes. Whenever they are telling you the truth, whenever they are lying, whenever they are nervous, whenever they are angry, it has a lot to do with their eyes. So you have to be attentive. I want you to use the same tactic with the tone of voice, because whenever you are talking to a person, sometimes their pitch tends to be high, sometimes to be low, sometimes moderate and feel comfortable. So you're going to feel it. I don't know how you're going to turn that button on, but my dear, you're going to sense that this person is nervous, this person is lying, this person is telling me the truth. In communication skills, they tend to say that your tone of voice has a lot to do with your confidence. So when you have mastered facial expressions, you have mastered a tone of voice, you're going to move at the body language in general. How do they walk? How do they sit? Their sitting posture. How do they move their hands, right? You're going to reach at the point where you can read the general body language of a person, starting from the face to the tone of voice to the body language, just in microseconds. I don't want you to be stressed in reading the body language of a person or in general at once, right? As I had told you that you have to first focus on facial expressions, move to tone of voice, then you're going to go for body language. As you go on to practice these observation skills, at the end of the day, you're going to find that you are a master of reading the whole body language at once. Remember, when you are learning observation skills, my dear, you have to be relaxed and open to what you see. I know you're going to understand it vividly, alright? But don't tell the other person that you are lying or it is not true, alright? Remember, you are trying to learn them. Don't rush into the interpretation of what you already see. So you have to make the other people perceive that you are attentive and you are listening to them. So how are you going to do that? Is to make them speak more, meaning you're going to offer the attention and make them to talk more, all right? Like you can ask them open-minded questions with no direct answers like yes or no, all right? You have to give them a question that needs a lot of explanation, right? That is when you're going to, get that attention and observe the other people. So you're going to try so hard to make them talk more than you talk. I want you to be aware of a person's demeanor, because some people are naturally quiet, right? And some people naturally talk on high pitch. I want you to take an example of one culture in Uganda, the Bachiga. So the Bachiga are always talking in capital letters. Yes, their words are always at a high pitch. So whenever you are talking to a person, you may mistake them as if they are angry. But that is how their culture is, right? So you have to understand that Mariam is a quiet person, and she becomes more talkative whenever she is around the people she knows or around the people who knows her, all right? So when you understand such kind of a person, you're not going to mistake her quietness with your observational skills. So know a person's baseline, right? Because some people seem to be fun, some are always smiling, some tend to be joking at each and every time, some are quiet, some are a bit crazy. So you have to understand a person in general, like they are always fun, right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Mariam Kubra. I do teach personal growth, and currently I'm teaching human nature. My words are nothing without your action. Take action and you become what you